Okay. Let me grab my phone so that I can look at your questions, because I know y'all usually like to just start with the questions. So, okay, messages from God Most High regarding completing a sale with Hasfa in April. Messages from God Most High regarding we'll have to complete a sale with Hasfa. It's giving no. Okay. This is the tower. So you already see that there's also something else that's going to, flip something upside down. There's something going on with some type of court institution, banking institution, church institution. There's something here, because notice how, for one, if this were a yes or no question, these two cards are the decide for yourself, maybe type of energy cards, the cards that are weight cards, if you will, and decide for yourself cards. Weight, and then the justice is going to be a decide for yourself. So within that, notice how there's decisions that are being made here. There's these pillars, the pillars that represent imbalance. And in one of those pillars, there's going to be a solid upheaval. There's going to be a solid Jenga moment. That's all I can really say about it. What I will say is regarding this Jenga moment, whatever's left at the bottom of that pile, that should be a solid foundation for you all moving forward. Now that there are no planets in retrograde, there's going to be a window of time from now, I want to say until about the 6th of May, where if you can really bust a move within that window of time, you should see some type of forward movement. But I would say solid no. I would say solid decisions are still being made. They're still in balance. There's some communication here or some strategizing at the very least that needs to happen. And there's definitely something going with an institution of sorts. So keep that in mind. Do you have, do I have people? Okay, messages from God Most High regarding people in her work life that does not have her best interests at heart. Messages from God Most High. And you also got a lot of decide for yourself energy on that within your work life. I think what the vibe is very much indifferent. But what I will say is this right here is, so if we ask the question, do you have people in your work life that do not have your best interests at heart? The answer would be no, but it does seem like you have some type of toxic work situation and or a toxic situation with a Capricorn. I'll say that with Capricornian energy within your work, because Capricornian energy is your work life. It is how hard you work. This could be a what you call it, when you a workaholic type of environment. But what it really feels like regarding these two cards is that you need to use your intuition regarding if there is somebody at work, but it really feels like everybody's kind of indifferent, very, very mad, very much in their own zone of what they're here to do and what they, there may be like some type of work gossip or something like that, but it's not something like where people are rooting for your downfall. I don't feel like, let's say that. It does feel like you have a bit of self-sabotage energy within your work life here as well. Okay, let's talk about your personal life. Messages from God Most High for Lathan if she has anyone in her personal life that does not have her best interest at heart. That wanted to come out. That right there. With the overall. Overall, being the temperance card is also very much, deciding for yourself, energy, wait and be patient. I feel like in due time, anybody in your personal life is going to make themselves known um, via online or text message chatter. It's going to be something that comes in. Yeah, I'm getting this message of in due time, someone's going to show you who they are. But the pouring from the cups, it's almost as if you intuitive might already know who this person is because you know that this friendship or this personal life relationship is one-sided. The water, the jars that you're pouring from is you pouring more into a situation than they are pouring back into you. And so spirit is like, in due time, you're going to notice the imbalance you're going to see. And this chariot energy is the moving on energy that you should be doing from that situation. Okay, is Drew Ferguson from Florida someone I should continue to talk to? Is that a waste of time? Drew Ferguson from Florida is someone she should continue to talk to? Or is that a waste of time? It's interesting here. You're going to see, we asked two questions. That's where I fucked up at. Because I asked, is Drew somebody you should continue to talk to? This could be a yes. Is that a waste of time? Could also be a yes. You see where I'm going? You also have the Lover's card, the Justice card, and the Chariot card. So I'm just going to read from both aspects of what this could be. Okay. As far as the yes or no aspect of it, the Lover's card is a yes card. The Justice card is a decide for yourself card. And the Chariot card, I'm also pretty sure, is a yes card. The Magician is also a yes card. So I'm going to read from both ways. Is he someone you should continue to talk to? This relationship is going to be what you make of it, whatever energy you guys put into it, whatever you decide a relationship and a partnership looks like for you guys, and the energy you put into it, that's the result you're going to get from it. Okay. Overall, moving forward from this, it seems as if this could be something that is very balanced. It seems like this is something that could be a potential good relationship, a good partnership at the very least. Is definitely something that I could see moving forward. It could be something very steady and stable in your life. Outside of that, if we're answering, should you, what is it? Is this a waste of time? What is it that your intuition is telling you, and why would you ask that question regarding why it's a waste of time? The Lover's card is about the decisions that you're trying to make, and this Justice card would be about, again, the fairness and the almost the weighing of the scales of the decision that you're trying to make. How many red flags are on this part of the scale versus how many white flags are over here, and the decision you make um, based off of that decision. Okay, what I will say is that regarding the Chariot and the Lover's card, it seems as if there could be a lot of outside influence in this partnership. So it's almost as if, I don't know, somebody has a past and then that person's looking in to see what you all are doing. They're weighing in on their opinion on this relationship, and almost is giving bitter exes looking in on the situation, causing trouble where they can, being snake-esque where they can. It feels as if someone in this energy could still have a lot of healing to do. A lot of wings are in this reading here, and that's almost an energy of, like, I'm hearing Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away. Fly away, I want to get away. So someone within the partnership here is going to be feeling like they want to get away. So I'm hoping that answered your question, because I should have broken it down and asked it question by question, but that's what came out. So I just had to answer it that way. And so you're going to have to take it as it resonates. I think I might get clarifiers on him later. We'll come back to him on the clarifying aspect of it. Do you get the house on 933 Bluff Road? Okay. Okay. So this could be read one way or the other. This could be this could be a yes because the wheel of fortune is a yes card. However, the fool card is also a is it a you decide or a wait card? Let me see. The fool is you decide for yourself. So the good thing about this combined as far as the question is concerned, you do have this yes with the wheel of fortune, meaning that your luck is about to turn, meaning that something karmically is about to go the opposite direction for you. With the fool card, this could sometimes be a very good thing because it is a new beginning. It is something that you're um, inexperienced in doing, and it's something fresh and new. So there's that energy regarding that. Now you also have the fact that this wheel of fortune could be turning the opposite direction. This could be something that is a foolish journey for you to begin on, and start anew. But I don't really get that because the sun is there. Whenever you start something new within the full energy, the sun is the success behind it. So honestly, I feel like yes could be a strong answer for that, but you need to also be aware of that kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Innocence, the naivety. That's it. The naivety that could be happening within this new beginning or this karmic redirection is what it's going to be. Okay. All right. So from there, let's get into your reading. There you go. Okay. That's it. Oh, we supposed to put this on too. That's it. Oh no. Hold on. Let me see if I sage these down, spray them off real quick if they'll shuffle. Okay. So the first of May messages from the Most High for today to the first of May. Ahora. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh. Messages. Today, the first of May, 2025. Ace of Swords. Okay, so it definitely seems as if things are going to start to move a bit faster, clarity wise for you, work wise, mentality wise. You're going to be getting some clarity going on, some breakthroughs is what I want to say. Wands, the Empress. Okay. I'm hearing Beauty by Drew Hill. Walks by me every day. Are you about to? I feel like you're about to change something with your aesthetic. Woman that's stolen my heart. Beauty is her name. There goes that fool card again. I hope that I can make you mine. Or maybe this is how Mr. Ferguson feels. Before another miss steals your heart. Once that beauty is mine, swear we will never be apart. Alrighty, and so from now until the 1st of May, this is what we're looking at. Can you see all of these cards? I always, this is kind of cut off, but okay. You have the most These are two. So I do feel like you could be changing something regarding your aesthetic here. One thing about the Empress energy is she's definitely bringing in beautiful, stable, um is she brings in Venus energy, right? So also being that Venus energy is Taurus and Libra, this could definitely be talking about your month of May being a very big month for beginnings, new beginnings especially. Now, one thing about your reading is like your mental is very much highlighted this month. The clarity of what you're going to be feeling in the new beginnings, but within that clarity there's so much delight and sunshine that you're feeling. It could be literal sunshine, but then also like the figurative sunshine of the success. Sunlight here, sunlight here. I feel like things are going to be moving very prosperous for you also that month, or from now until then. I see is where you're really going to start to see some accomplishment happen, um, within the energy of this Two of Pentacles, where you've been going around and around and around with the same things, especially financially. It could have been kind of paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't feel like there's been a lot of savings or excess. That energy of no longer having excess, you're going to start to see that come to an end. Now, what I will say is with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands, that mom energy is coming through. Like I said, I don't know who I said this for. I might have said this to you. I'm gonna be real. I did so many readings here lately. I don't know what's what no more. I just talk and then give them to people. I said this to somebody else, which was you're going to feel as if like you're doing everything. Like you're tired, but you're doing everything. You have to do everything, and handle everything. But by handling everything, that's where you're going to receive your success. You're going to have to dot all the T's, cross all the I's. But then also within that, it's like the mom energy of, you know, not just working and having to do the stuff at work and baby people at work, but then there's also at home. Okay, now I gotta get groceries. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck these kids gonna eat, because unfortunately these motherfuckers gotta eat daily and shit like that. I gotta get the snacks together. I gotta make sure your ass get to whatever extracurricular on time. That is that overwhelming sense that you're gonna be feeling. Okay, within this, it's two. I guess I'll go over here. Within this, emotionally speaking, you're starting to balance out. Emotionally speaking, you're starting to see the things that no longer serve you for your greater good. And it's like you have a peace about those things and you're moving forward. And like, it's almost like you've already resolved and resignated as to what you're going to be choosing, or what you're going to be putting your energy and emotions into. And so you have a peace about abandoning the things that you need to abandon, um, including any and all partnerships now, or including any and all partnerships, but also including new partnerships as well. So I'm clear that this partnership is no longer serving me for my greater good. I choose to look over here to this partnership. And within this partnership, this new beginning, I see something that could really possibly go somewhere. You know, I see something that could really be beneficial for me later on in life. This could be a work partnership, or it could be a personal partnership, you know. Within that, there is still decisions that are being made this month. That's why you have this Ace of Swords, being absolutely clear on what decision you're going to make within certain partnerships, especially. Now, let's look at your swords before we go to your coins. You got your Knight of Swords, your Five of Swords, and your Seven of Swords. So this is telling me not only are you having physical action going on, you're having to defend your standpoint on why you did shit, why you took the lead on that, and why you decided to do that. You're catching people in a lie. So when you review your stuff and you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, you're going to catch something within possible contracts or something that is not the way it's supposed to be. Someone's going to try to cover their ass. They might not have covered their ass the way it's supposed to be. And there's like a verbal admonishment that you have to deal with this person. It's almost as if like, yeah, just take accountability for the fact that you fucked up. You fucked up, take accountability for it. They're trying to get away with it. You know, they're trying to kind of hide the truth about whatever happened. There's definitely some type of, and within that, you could also be dealing with someone who is very mentally immature. You know, there's like baby narcissist vibes within this. We're talking like teenage, because nights are very, let's say teenager to early 20s energy. So it could be a grown ass man that's acting this way, if that makes sense to you as well. But what I will say is this is a person that has the intellect but doesn't use it. And so that's an issue. I feel you having frustration from having to mentally, um, I'm hearing everything understood don't need to be explained. So however that resonates for you, that's what this sword energy is for you. Sorry, my phone should be on silent. That's what this sword energy for you is. It's you being the Queen of Wands, taking on all the tasks that need to be taken on, and covering and fixing people's mistakes and covering from them, defending yourself, having those arguments, having a sharp tongue, having to put people in their place this month about stuff. This could even be, you know, defending again. Well, why did you do this? My child, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you say. I can put in whatever sport I want to put her in. You know, I can do whatever the fuck. You don't pay for shit over here. It's whatever it is. There's a decision that you made that you may have to defend, and it's very much given. I don't give a fuck energy. Okay, you have these two twos. Account. Excuse me. An accord an accord, pact, bond, or mistrust. Okay, so all of that is here. All of that is here. This is the bond and accord, the pact. The Two of Cups is your partnerships accord. You have the Seven of Swords. That's the mistrust. Okay, the bond as well could be within this Two of Cups energy. The Two of Pentacles energy, a bond as in money, what you're bonded to. Okay, um, let's look at your money and review that. You have the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. These two cards are telling me that you are still juggling your finances for a bit, just for a bit. And I feel like that's only because we're going the rest of April into May. I do feel as if that once you get to May, my dude, it's going to be that energy of stability that you've been trying to get to, that energy of, um, what is it when there's a word I'm looking for? I'm seeing royal people like eating grapes. Did you know grapes used to be shit? The way things are going now, grapes don't be high as fuck. Anyway, like a thing of oh my gosh, there's a word that I am looking for. It's not coming to me. Whatever the word is, when you are able to afford, like especially back in the day, things I'm getting like chocolate, grapes, and things of that sort. That's the space that you're getting to. You're getting to the place where you're sitting comfy on your cushions, being spoiled, if that makes sense. This Nine of Pentacles, it is a financial success, but there's still work that needs to be done for you to get to that 10 of Pentacles, to get to the completion, because the 9 is almost there. The 10 is the completion. But the Nine of Pentacles is still a place of beauty, prosperity, joy. You see, the sun is still the same right there. But then not just that, you have a peacock in this, right? Peacocks and the Empress energy being, again, I don't know if you are going to make some type of major change to your aesthetic, but I see a lot of beautiful things literally coming your way. I'm actually literally hearing beautiful things by Benson Boone, and it's just the tail end of the song, actually. And because it's the tail end of the song, I'm not going to sing it because it's just the again, the tail end of the song. So with that being said, I feel like the next few weeks you're focused on making clear decisions, not just making like the next few weeks you're going to be making decisions, but you're going to be very clear and at peace about the decisions that you will be making. Let me say that. Let me say that. Let me get some clarifier cards for you really quickly, and then we will go over to Mr. Ferguson. Get some clarifiers on some other things. Messages from God Most High, clarifying today till the 1st of May. Okay, there we go. Oh Lord, am I really been running my jippers for 25 minutes? Shit, it's 4 o'clock. I'm supposed to go do dinner. I got my day got off today. So bad. And now I'm still in here. 30 minutes in. I did your questions first. Okay. The star card again. The dog loyalty. So unexpected. This scythe keeps coming up for you. The scythe, the scythe and the tower card rather is what I'm trying to say. And then there's the 10 energy. What am I getting from this? If you want me to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like whatever's going on at your job is just going to fall through completely. I don't feel like this, whatever you've been trying to do with this company, who they be? Who do people? Hold on one second. Let me go to my text messages. Text. No, it was on WhatsApp. My apologies, friend. Who these people? Hasfa. See, I was thinking Hissa. Knew that shit was wrong. Hassa. I don't think you gonna get shit done with them. This employer energy of the bear is, and this 10 energy of something swift happening, especially with the swords energy, is like you're clear. You're kind of like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like I don't think that this is going to work. We're going to close the door on this. We're going to lock that door and we're going to take this key and we're going to open something else. We're starting a new partnership somewhere else. There's an ending to a partnership, especially work related, and a beginning to a new one. I think, like I say, maybe HASPA has multiple entities or something going on with it. Something within HASPA is going to end and you're going to start a new fresh, maybe with just one half of it, with another person, with something that is not one of the energies that's there. Let me just say that. With this overall, you have a lot of Aquarius energy. You had that knight and this dog is Aquarius. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with specifically an Aquarius or someone who's just very illogical with what they are expecting of you. But that energy is here as well. You have a lot of socialization here, a lot of what you're hoping and dreaming to find. So it feels as if your personal life is the comfort to your work life. It feels like your work life is your stress right now, and your personal life is where you take comfort. You do have loyal energy here, something that is loyal, but then within this loyal energy, it's something about the scythe and the loyal energy that I feel like there's something that still hasn't come to light, especially with the star card, about whatever the loyal energy is. Like I say, there's something, it could be a crazy baby mama, crazy ex, something regarding this loyal energy that you have here is unseen, is in your subconscious. You're not quite getting the full picture of something right now, but you do have a lot of socialization, beautiful moments, a lot of growth coming up the next couple of weeks, but there's a lot of endurance that has to happen as well here. A lot of endurance. Okay, let me grab, what cards do we want for you? Spirit wants me to get the Puerto Rico deck. Let me get this Puerto Rico deck. And then I want to clarify Drew. La muerte. The death. Something that is ending. That is the finality of you making that decision to jump ship, abandon ship, say fuck it. You know what? This does not deserve my attention, my peace, my energy anymore. Whatever that is this month is definitely coming to an end. Okay. You have la semilla, which is your seed, the things that you are watering to grow right now. Within whatever you're watering to grow right now, you have a lot of protection. The dog is with you everywhere. The dog was with you in the Fool. You had the literal dog card. You have a dog here. So you're protected. Now, within that energy, you need patience. Tempestad is patience. Patience during the storm. What you feel is the storm. Okay. It's the storm isn't over yet. Let me say that. I'm hearing that song. I'm hearing the storm is over now, but Spirit is telling me that it's not. It's not over just yet. You have La Sirena, which is the mermaid, has more star energy. She's sitting there looking at the stars. So it's really, look at that. And La Estrella. So more star energy for you. The star energy is your faith. The star energy is your hopes and your dreams. You know, what are you wishing for? I'm hearing airplanes again. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? This justice, social justice card is almost as if wherever things are unfair right now and that fight that you have, it's graying you, but you will continue the fight. That's that motherly, I have to take charge. It's graying me. Y'all are stressing me the fuck out energy, but you have a lot of scale energy. So you weighing out what's worth the fight, picking your battles is very big here. The camp of all possibilities, el campo de todas las posibilidades. So this is about you making sure that you retreat into that energy of knowing that all things are possible. You have the moon energy, and this is telling me that you're definitely going to be doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of releasing, howling at the moon. You could have a lot of night activities going on socialization wise, and you really just stop to appreciate the night stars and things of that sort. And then you have conductura, which is be kind, you know, with sweetness. So even though you're having to take charge, and you had those swords, the Seven of Swords, and that Five of Swords energy of defending yourself and having to really come with the conversation and, you know, read people out. Try your best to do it as nicely as possible with as much sugar as you possibly can. And then from here, let's grab clarification cards from Miss Lata. For Miss Lata regarding Drew. What is something for messages? Sorry. Just as you thinking, he thinking. Just as you trying to clarify, he trying to clarify. Door to romance. Door to spirit. Garden at the gate. Now, mind you, you had the garden card. Was it? Is it? What am I trying to say? Yeah, the garden. Patience. Yeah. So this is something in which I would recommend you all not to rush. I don't think that anybody is rushing anything. I do think that this could definitely be, this is potential. Okay. This is something that could definitely go somewhere. I see you all socializing. I see you all enjoying yourselves. I see root chakra energy. That's your grounding energy. So planting a foundation for something. Also, more protection energy. This is Archangel Michael. Remember, with the dog energy that I was talking about, that guidance that's there with you. I feel like Spirit wants you guys to take things slow, continue to socialize, and be patient to see where this goes. Both of you all. He's a patient. He's really trying to make sure and clarify whether this is something that needs to be, or steps that what am I trying to say? He's looking, trying to clarify to make sure that this is where he wants to be as well. Even if he's even ready to take steps to be exclusive with someone, is that something he wants to do? Just being sure and taking your time, being patient. Again, lots of wings within your reading right here. So I feel like there's a strong possibility that even though the door is open and there's socialization there, someone is apprehensive, someone is not sure. there is a possibility of someone flying the coop, ghosting, things of that sort. Just too many feathers to see. Look, feathers in his hat, wings over here. This door to spirit has, it's a dove, it has wings. Remember all the other wings that was throughout your read, go back and look at them. But what I will say is that there's potential here, and that's all I can say. And with the magician, it's almost as if it's going to be whatever you make of it, whatever you guys decide to make of it. Okay. So I think that's concluding your messages. I hope I didn't run through it once I realized that I was 30 minutes in. If you want clarification for anything and you want to, me to delve further into anything, let me know. Check and make sure this mic is still on. All right. So that is it. We're going to pray that you stay blessed and highly favored and protected out here in these streets. And I will hit you up the first of the month. I shall be back in Puerto Rico.